everyone, let's paint together today this beginner-friendly, nice 6-inch mandala winter roses. So all materials as usual in description below. You can use one of these true red colors, one is shiny and I prefer to use shiny one, and these two 3D drops. Again, all materials in the description below this video. So we are making marks. How to find the center of mandala you can watch also on my channel, and I'm linking this to this video. I'm making marks as you see every 30 degrees and circles every 1 centimeter. And let's start. So I'm starting from this third line from the center, third circle from the center, and I'm using country red color for this, like the darkest red that I'm using. And you see you can come back a couple of times with this tool and adding more and more paint to your dot, and this way kind of make it more visible from popping from the surface. And with thin tool I'm making such a kind of tails towards the center of mandala, as you can see on the video, like that. So next step, I will do with a smaller tool a row of dots around this shape. Sorry for the noise if you can hear on the video. So on the line, as you see on the circle line next, I'm adding on the top one big one with our true red color. I'm using pearls, shiny one, but if you can't find, you can use another one, just true red color. And as you see on the video, I'm adding with a smaller tool one and going below without adding any paint on the tool, like that. So a couple of times coming back first time, and after that just walking around like that. So moving forward, and I want to make a lot of strokes. This time I will use smaller size brush with our silver color. I'm making strokes around the way you can see on the video. So I'm starting a little bit on the top of the next circle line, and I'm going around and towards the center of mandala. And you see I'm trying these two strokes don't touch each other, and the same I'm doing from another side. So we are creating two big roses. Moving forward, I'm coming back to our shiny true red pearls color. I'm starting over there on next circle line a little bit below the previous strokes, and this is one of the tips how to make our flowers really looks really nice and interesting. Started not the same level in this particular time, a little bit below. Moving forward, next will be my one custom color that I did create, only one this time. And as you see, again with the same brush I'm starting a little bit lower, 2-3 millimeters, and moving like that. And the next one, again coming back to country red, and as you see again I'm starting a little bit below the same brush, but as you see when I'm pressing a little bit more, our stroke became wider, like that. So moving forward, I'm coming back to our silver color, but first with our red 3D drops. If you can't find red, just use paint the same way. Apply a dot and with thin tool make a tail between strokes. If you're scared yet to play with dots, with brush strokes, wait until it's dry out and place it only after that. In this case, you can easily remove it. So don't stuck just because you don't have red color 3D drops. And as you see, I'm adding two small from both sides. I like that, really nice, and making our paint a little bit more interesting. And now with our silver color, I'm making stroke the same brush. As you see, I'm starting over there and slowly going around. If you can't do it's so long, for example, for you, just move paint a little bit, and your hand, your arm should be stable on a table. This is one of the tricks how you can create such long and beautiful strokes. And the same from this side, like that. Again, as I said, if you're scared to mess up, just wait until previous paint dry out, and after that you can place new strokes, you can remove the fresh paint if it's not working for you. So don't stop yourself from creating strokes, just practice. And moving forward with our first and only one custom color. As you see, I'm using the same brush, but you can technically make a little bit bigger one at this stage if you want to. And you see I'm starting just from the angle and going down around our flowers. Because I'm using small brush, I'm taking a lot of paint on a brush. And as you see, I can a little bit compact after that if I think it's not enough paint. So you can use different tricks. Moving forward, let's do country red color. Again, I'm starting a little bit below, as you see, and going towards the center. And obviously the same from this side. And as you notice, your flower is not exactly the same, but actually this is realistically how it's in nature. Roses can't be the same, they're always different, so don't be scared about that. Again, our first custom color is the same brush, and again I'm starting a little bit below, and it's around maybe 1 centimeter from the angle, and I'm going around. Don't scare. Remember that this video I'm making a little bit faster to not make it too long, but so it's taking time. Don't rush, take your time and enjoy painting. And one more with our first custom color. I decided to make it a little bit wider, this color. And again, as you see, I'm starting a little bit lower and making our flower wider, like that. If you are not showing your strokes yet, you need more practice, and this small painting actually really good for this. And this time, coming back to our true red, I'm using pearls, but you can definitely use just true red color. And the same way, same brush, starting a little bit below and making our flowers a little bit wider, like that. You see, they are not the same, but it doesn't mean that one flower is not beautiful, because every flower is beautiful and unforgettable. So Don't be too harsh with yourself. They are not perfect the same. It couldn't and shouldn't be the same. And again, our true red pearls. And again, I'm starting a little bit lower, you see. So again, you can use different combinations. Don't be stuck only with these colors that I'm giving you. Even I'm giving you this as a tutorial and saying what colors I'm using. Try to experiment. Maybe you can find another colors that you want to try. Don't stop yourself from creating really true your painting, your mandala. Moving forward with our silver, again, I'm making small ones, not even going down too much, just around like that. So I'm starting to play with space, the angles between flowers like that. And next one, our first custom color again, and moving around. Obviously, you need to look at marks and try your best to make it as similar as you can. But as you see, it's kind of in nature, it's just impossible to make something identical. So I believe we need to enjoy these options that nature giving us, making every single piece of art because it's unforgettable, like not something else. Our true red, again, shiny one with pearls, like that. You see, I'm starting a little bit below. Like that, really beautiful. And the next, our true country red, really nice. And as you see, even I'm trying to do the same. They are not like being the same strokes. It makes sense. You can see over there when we are moving now, they're not identical, but I really enjoy this, to be honest. And you see, from this point, I'm starting to like create this. Obviously, I'm looking at the distance between, but I'm creating and finishing two different flowers. It makes sense? Really nice. I like these situations that when art showing us that actually we are not the same, it should be like that. True red again, as you see. And over there, just small strokes. Still space a little bit, but I don't worry about that. As I said, these flowers should be roses, plural, so different one, and like that. So I'm covering space between flowers with true red. And look at how beautiful it is. Yes, it's not similar, but how beautiful it is. Look at this. So at this point, I'm leaving it like to dry out completely, remove marks, and after that, I can come back and add a little bit more details. So everything dry out, as you see, you can see where is shiny red, true red strokes. So let's add a little bit more details. The same small brush. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add a little bit small strokes with our true red over there. You see, I'm starting in the middle. It's the same way as real roses. They got their petals on different levels. Just a little bit to add a little bit shiny part on these flowers. And starting over there, this is a place where we got to stroke with our first custom color, as you remember. And like that, moving towards the center. And one more over there, a little bit in the middle again of this flower, and the same with the flower below. I like this part of the painting. When we are adding final details, actually we can create anything that we want with this one. I'm adding silver 3D drops now, 2 big drops, and with thin tool I'm dragging down to the center our 3D drop, the same way as we did before. And this way we are creating, like, making the central part of this flower brighter. And again, small stroke, and I'm doing small ones over there. And I'm using our true red pearls, definitely like it with this painting. Small strokes, don't take too much paint on a brush, and just make a small one. I'm just playing a little bit with this space between flowers. And again, I'm creating 1 more or 2 more petals to our flowers. Again, in the real roses, we got a lot of different petals on different levels, like that. Again, this time silver 3D drops, and I don't have space, so over there I'm doing tail, but over there below I can't because not enough space, but actually still good because again they are not the same. As all we are different, and this is beautiful. So small strokes in the space where you can see again creating additional petals to our roses with our true red pearls. Really like this color, like that. So you can play with your particular custom mandala and add where you prefer, where you can see. I'm adding a little bit over there just to make it play like that. And small brush will be good for these small strokes for sure. And one more detail at the center, obviously, big silver dot with our 3D drops. Look how beautiful it is. Hope you enjoy the painting, hope you enjoy the process. If you like, press like button, subscribe, share, and see you on next video. Bye!